G'day viewers. Well, today we're going to play There and Back again on Train Sim World 2. So, reverser forward. Brake key on. And headlights reduced. There we go. And unlock the doors. And then we need to turn on PZB, which is mode, LZB. Oh, that's right, it's over here, isn't it? Down there. PZB. And just because I'm a masochist, bit of Seaver as well. Okay. Open the window. Why not? Seems like a fair thing to do. So we're loading up our passengers. Should have everything else we need to do, I think, in theory. Release the brakes and away we go. Hopefully it'll work. Better put this thing on silent while we're waiting. And off we go. We should drop into monitoring shortly after we start moving, so I'll just keep an eye out for that. There we go. Now into monitoring. So we do have to stay at 45 kilometers an hour. Ooh, my frame rate's hideous. I was just trying some new engine.ini settings and they look good, but they're doing bad things to the frame rate. That's okay. We'll sort out what it is that's killing the frame rate and fix it. Now, heading out into the wilderness, Seafar. On this thing, I often get Seafar and the PZB confused, so hopefully that won't happen today. Still in monitoring at 45, so no point going that hard just yet. And we've only got to K to the next station anyway. Oops, it's going to go over 45. Don't want that to happen. The squeaky monkey known as Seafar. So the other day when I tried to play this one and embarrassingly got stuck. We can accelerate finally, but we're almost at our station anyway. Embarrassingly got stuck because I left PZB on in the rear loco when I changed ends, and Seafar, one or the other, stopped the train and I was unable to get it moving again. And it turns out that I wasn't doing anything wrong in the loco that stopped me getting it moving. I had to open a door to get in at the other end and I didn't close it. And one of the very useful people on the forum pointed out my mistake, so thank you to them. I thought I'd stream it again. Excuse me. Coming in for our first stop at Dresden Freiburger Straße. And of course, Seafar goes off right before you stop. Look at the doors. Brakes are coming off, so we should be able to accelerate. Not in monitoring anymore. So we should be able to go up to 80. Green signal, so nothing to acknowledge here. The engine.ini settings have certainly helped with the readability of signs. They're readable from much further from the train now, which is excellent. And safer again. Doors open. Brakes are finally released and away we go. Sifa. Here comes my counterpart going the other way. Yeah, is that flashing? Yeah. Speed reduction, we'll have to acknowledge this and start reducing. And Sifa coming into our station anyway, so cruising into Dresden Neustadt. Bit more Sifa. I think I heard Sifa described as a yappy little dog. It's kind of right. Ooh, a little bit of an overshoot. Where's our doors? Wow, look at that. Perfect. Cool bananas. Not so good from a score perspective, but at least the passengers won't fall on the ground. Almost time to go. Okay, powering up, and off we go. Just realised we're in monitoring. 45. Strange. But that's okay. I realised it in time. Let's stay below 45. CIFA. And a little while to go to Dresden Splattered Bishop. Squeaky dog. Just crawl up to the end of the platform to maximise the points. Not that I really care about experience points, but there you go. It's Yappy dog. Okay, doors open. Off we go. That's an accidental nice Ralph fan shot there. Doors closed, and let's get out of here. There's a 70 speed sign right in front of us as well. We should have come off monitoring by now on the PZB, so we should be able to accelerate. Let's have a look. Yep, we're off monitoring, so we'll cruise up to line speed of 70. And coming up on a new line speed of 100 will apply when the back of the train goes past. Should probably just stay on this acceleration because it would be about now. I avoided the German routes for a long time because safety systems bamboozled me. But since I've been driving hutless and forcing myself to use them, I actually find them kind of fun. Also kind of stressful, but kind of fun. More brakes. Oh, I think I'm going to go a bit over on this one. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's a bit sad. Okay, people are going to fall on the floor. Sorry for the walk, folks. Just take that first step easy. No one's getting off anyway. Why is my mouse behaving so poorly today? Alright, let's lock the doors, release the brakes, and the Kraken. And let's get out of here. Come on, train, let's go. And off we go. Brakes are off. So running with all the safety systems on, PZB and CIFA. LZB and AFB are not available. For those not familiar with the German system, SIFA is a vigilance. Just yells at you every now and again, and you push the button to say, I'm awake, I'm paying attention, honest. Which I probably should do, given I'm approaching my speed limit. And this train does take a little while to get the power off. Coming up on a yellow signal, so let's get some brakes on. And acknowledge, and SIFA. And we have to come down below 85, which we have. And we've got a station coming up anyway, so time to stop. This train does making driving with the safety systems a little easier than some of the others. Doors open. Pretty sure I pushed that button, but anyway, that's okay. Ooh, strange camera things. If you haven't yet validated a ticket, you should do it and see if you can get your phone to read the QR code on the ticket. It's a bit hard to get it to read it, but once you do, and we would appear to be back in monitoring 45. Yellow signal coming up anyway. No bandits, but it's a habit to get into. It's not green, acknowledge it. That's going to cruise over 95, which is a bit sad. Come on, don't want to go over 45 because the train will stop. To go down to 25 now. And we have a red signal that we need to stop. I find it a little bit hard to tell the difference between the yellow and the reds on this line. That's another thing PZB helps with, I guess, because you've got the 500 hertz showing there, which is the frequency of the magnet we ran over, which is warning us that we have to stop. So now we just sit here for a little while. Play the real railway game of hurry up and wait. And when we take off again, I have to remember to stay at 25 kilometers an hour too, till it releases. So I wonder what's holding us up here. No chance of arriving on time anymore. We were doing okay. Not anymore. Could have a bit of a look at the map, I guess. There's trains up ahead in the station, just leaving now. Oh, we've got a yellow, so we can go. And I just have to remember to stay below 25 kilometers an hour, because that's what PZB wants me to do. Now I acknowledge that. Absolute certain. Sigh. Okay, thank you, PZB. You let me go? Yes, you are good. Perhaps I acknowledged that a touch early. No, you're not going to let me go. Come on, let's go. Brakes are nearly off. There we go. Getting a blue bar. Power's coming back on. Yeah, I think I'll watch the video back later, but perhaps I acknowledged that a little too early. You have to acknowledge it as the front of your cab passes over the magnet. But at least we can go up to 45 now. One of the things I was trying to resolve with my new engine.ini settings was the dash. Got everything except the screens are in a nice focus, but the screens are a bit yuck. Bit of CIFA. Wonder if you can turn the brightness on the screen down. Oh, you can. Sort of helps. And we're allowed to go to 85 now. There's a 120 speed sign there, but it doesn't apply to us just yet. Radical Ost coming up. Not using the alert button on the rail driver because it's not reliable again in this route. They've gotten it right so much, but not at the moment. Some of that went the wrong way. Well, after that signal, I don't need to worry about being on time anymore anyway. Not a problem. I was just looking at the game volume then. It seems a little low on the stream. I'll pop it up a little bit for you. Just as soon as I stop. That should make it a bit louder on the stream when we get going again. All right, off we go. We should be able to go up to 120 now, I guess. It's a bit jiggly, isn't it? Since we passed a 120 sign a while ago, let's give that a try. If it's not right, PZB will stop me. There's a yellow on the line next to me, but mine is green. I think I'll call the next station Radical Wine Tube. Seems like fun. Looks like the Enginini changes solve the popping in headlights issue. Yappy dog. That'll do. Doors open. Check and see what's in front of me. Pretty much nothing, so we'll watch this one depart. Where are we gonna go? Hi. Come here often? Don't mind me. It's Trippy Crane Guy. Alright. Looking the doors. And let's go. Even though Germans don't honk the horn. It seemed unnecessary. Let's get out of here. Then we should be set up to 120. Should be all good. Feel free to say hello in the chat if you'd like to. Silence the yappy dog before it yapped that time. Green signal. And coming in ridiculously hot. How many doors do you reckon that's going to be past the platform? Oh, almost going to be all of them. That's okay, because one's enough. It's a good thing all the people that are getting off are in the back. Wasn't here, no one saw it, can't prove a thing. While I'm getting used to PZB, I don't really pay enough attention to the distance HUD on the top left. I think I deaccelerated a little early, then it was starting to power up. Okay, off we go, back up to 120. Off this time to radical shits and swings. Well placed leaf. Yappy dog. Really does kind of remind me of a yappy dog too. It's a good description. It's that dog your neighbour's got when you're trying to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. And you start lying there wanting to go back to sleep and wondering if it would make good Ugg boots or not. No, yellow signal. Breaking down to less than 85. Got a station coming anyway, so keep braking for that. Dear, can't stop here. Guess I can stop here. I will. okay. The exact opposite of crappy stop this time. Not okay. And back into monitoring. Locking the doors. And try and keep my speed below 45 on the way into Coswig. If this thing reacts. Why are you reacting? Brakes have not come off. Brakes not even trying to come off. They're all released. Have we got doors open, do we? No. I think we've broken the train. Let's try and put the brakes on and take them off again. See if that works. No, it does look like we've broken the train. Grouse. I was so hoping it was going to go well this time. Alright. Let's go full service. And turn the brake system off. Let's reboot the train. All else fails. See if that helps. Alright, brakes off. Gonna work this time? It's not looking really promising, is it? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, your train appears to have failed. Alright, so let's try the next stage of rebooting. Let's go the whole hog. Reverser off. And power off. They're just going to stay on, aren't they? Let's see if it'll let me power, though. No, it will not. Not at all. Not a sausage. Let's see if using these PZB buttons makes any difference at all. And it shouldn't. And it hasn't. Sigh. No, it's only one other thing to try. That didn't even put the brakes on. Well, I suppose it wouldn't. They were already at 0, aren't they? Well. Even my cat's laughing at me. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Let's try one more time. Full service. Cursor off. Brake key off. Let's drop the pantograph this time as well. So that should be down. You can see down the back of the train. Looks like it is. There it is. Alright. I really don't think that's going to make a lot of difference. But doesn't hurt to try, does it? That needle's moving. Not much, but it is. Will it work? No, it will not. No brake release for me. Well, we almost got to Coswig. Oh well. Everybody get off. That'll be the end of the ride, folks. Sorry about that. Trade's broken. We'll get someone else in to get rid of it. I wonder if it'll let me drive it backwards from the back one. Yeah, I'm going to try that. Because you never know. Maybe it will. Let's take the key out. Actually, that's something I didn't try before, is take the key out. Let's give that a try before we go and do something silly like try down the back. Alright, so rebooting again. Put the key in and forwards. Pressure in the brake cylinder went up. Okay, we are going to shut down again and we're going to try and do it from the other end, which shouldn't work at all. Come on, give me the key. Come on, let me take it out. There we go. This can only go badly, really. Now I've just got to remember before we leave here to turn off PZB and turn off CIFA. Otherwise bad things will happen. Open the door. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Actually, if I drive it from that cab... let's drive it from this one. What the hell? Let's get that one closed. I have no idea if this will work or not. But at this point, it's worth a try. Okay. Brake key. Reverser. I'm going to reverse. And red, red, red. That's fine. Train power on. Train lights on. Circuit breaker close. Pantograph to raise. It already was anyway, so it should be fine. Let's release the brakes. That's pressuring up. This might work. I'm not going to turn PZB back on if I'm going to try go backwards though. Actually, it's this handle in this train, isn't it? There we go. Will it power up? Brakes came off. So a bit early on powering it up. Did I actually move the reverser? I did. Those things should be fine. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't closed the doors. Okay, doors are shut. Let's go. Ah, it's going to work. An unorthodox way into Coswig, but that'll do. Only got to go 2Ks like this. Problem solved. I wonder if it'll recognise my arrival driving from this end. Of course, to satisfy the scenario, I'll have to go back into the other cab and start it up and shut it down again, because it'll want me to. Yellow signals. You don't have to acknowledge PZB, it's turned off at the moment. Is there a car in my driveway? Staying at low speed while we're propelling. Changing tracks over to the centre now. I know DTG's headlights are a bit silly, but how come you can see them on the ground when you're at the back of the train? Yellow lights coming into Coswig, even though PZB's turned off, I will acknowledge just because it's habit. Another yellow signal. Near enough. Now I'll have to sit up here because they'll be my left-hand doors. And I will probably have to go up the other end and start that cab up and shut it down just to make the scenario happy before it'll let me drive this one in the other direction. But let's just see what it does. So it might insist on it or it might skip it. We'll see how clever it is. No, I'm going to have to go up there. Alright, let's put this one into neutral. Let's turn off our brake key here. Oops. Not just neutral, I have to take the key out. Oh, let me take the key out. It's all off. I'm going to take the key out. There we go. Now I want to take this. Full service, maybe? It will not let me take this key out. Fine. Let's go up the back. And do what the scenario wants us to do. Just to shut it up. And then we will come back up here. And hopefully it'll work. And it doesn't break the train even more. Alright, sit in the driver's seat. Brake to full service. Signal lights to normal. There's a key thing marked brake release. Maybe if I just pressed that it would have been fine. Alright, it skipped the rest of the steps. Come on, let me turn around. What am I stuck on? This game is not liking my mouse today. Crystal. You know, I thought I was leaving for a moment there, but it's the other train. It's all good. Come on, let me out of here. Come on, mouse. Don't be a piece of shit. Okay, back up to the other end, and we can drive away from Coswig. I see my intense incompetence and problem-solving skills have lost me a viewer. That's okay. I will survive. So will they. Come on, mouse. This is awful. Come on. Good. Okay, now let's go down the back here and turn on PZB and CIFA. Battery. Which one's which? That's CIFA. And that's PZB. Okay, off we go again. Jump back in the big chair. Brakes off. Put in the reverser handle, into forwards. Let's put a little bit of brakes on actually, since we're just sitting here. Good. Let's just... Okay, lock the doors. And it doesn't actually matter what that signal says. It's not facing me anyway. Ongoing bridge work. Ooh, fantastic. Okay. Will it let me drive? Let us see. Yes, it's moving. Excellent. We are under monitoring, so it's got to watch my speed. Just leave it set at 30 since 40 is a little close to 45. And that looks like a yellow coming up. What you got there? Indeed it is. This one at least has got some speed control. It will accelerate to a set speed, but that's it. It won't stop you going over that speed if you're on a gradient. It doesn't brake for you like some trains do. Onto the main line, still under monitoring. Monitoring off now, so we should be able to go back up to 70, I think. We'll soon know. I'll either get away with it with PZB or I won't. This yellow's not for me. And here's my signal here, green. Going back to Radical Schwitzing. Schwitzwing. That's a much better name. Schwitzwing. There. Ladies and gentlemen, next stop is Radical Schwitzwing. Perfect. Let's have a look. That is an S, not a 5, so it's not a speed limit. All good. And we'll watch this one go out too, since we don't have to worry about the signal. Wow, look at that frame rate. That is terrible. Gone below 30. I'll accelerate that a bit early. Guess so. Let's try again. Failing that, we'll jump back in the cab and have a look. See what it's doing this time. What are you doing, train? Apart from nothing. Brakes are off. Brake cylinder is at 0. Doors are shut. You know what? I'm using the... because they've got a silly lever. Alright, off we go. Who uses a brake lever for a throttle? Dovetail does, that's who. Keep an eye out for a speed sign now, because I would be expecting to be allowed to speed up. Happy dog. Next station sounds like some kind of sausage. I'd like a Kotchenbroda, please. Can I have extra sauerkraut and hot mustard? Still haven't seen any kind of speed sign. Green signal. It's alright, can't catch COVID through a stream, it's all good. Must be disco night on the German station today. Lots of people in shiny shirts. Today is ladies' night. Alright. Sleeper off. Should have the carriage in just the right spot. Lovely, it does. Doors locked. And away we go. Having not seen a speed side, I think, do I cheat and look at the HUD? Or do I just keep going? Every man and his dog's turning around in my driveway tonight. I don't know if you see the lights on my face there. I wonder if I can replace the sound effect with a barking dog. Somebody will make a mod that'll do that, surely. Let's stop. It's going to be perfect. Everybody picking up their coffee off the floor, but that's okay. Laptops will have flown everywhere. Just write in your train driver's report that someone walked out in the track. I had to stop suddenly. It's all right. It's all good. Right. Will you let me power up, or was that too... No, that's the wrong lever. Silly me. I kind of think we should be allowed to do... We are allowed to do 120, so let's go. Just in time to get back in then. I didn't hear the Seafer outside. And heading into Radical Ost. Green signal. Yippy dog. Next stop, Radical Ost. We'll change here for nowhere in particular. You can meet a train on the other side if you're here by mistake. Right. Don't get better than that. These windscreen wipers are on. Okay. AI trains are weird. Doors closed, let's go. And just because I know they're going to give me adverse signals soon. Did I turn that up a bit early? Maybe. Yep. It's moving now. Off we go. It's finicky, this loco. There's a scenario towing the line which takes a whole train of these away for scrapping, which I kind of like, because I don't like this loco much. It's a bit mean, I know. Cruising into the fog. Talent 2 going past the other way. Next stop, Dresden Trechau. Change here for everything of the imagination and excitement. In the platform. Any time now. This train. Come on. You can do it. Maybe you can't do it. Brakes are definitely off. This time we're gonna go. I think it's kind of funny because when Rosalini came out, there were about 15 odd people absolutely hung shit on it every second they could, every social media, in the forums, everywhere. Those same people are proving how hypocritical they are because there's so many bugs in trains on this route and the route itself, and they say nothing. They go, oh, it's magnificent. I find this sad. Dresden Pieschen, next stop. Just slowing down a bit early because I couldn't see what the signal was. It's green, so it's fine. Squeaky dog. Alright then, loading our passengers. Not sure if I ought to see that far or not, but that's a speed down, so we'll just have to pay attention to that when we get there. When we can read it. Doors closed, leaving people behind. Brakes almost down to zero. The brake cylinder is the one behind the brake handle that you almost can't see. And away we go. On this sunny but somewhat foggy day in Germany. This yellow triangle coming up is warning me that the speed is decreasing. And it's going to be 70, so that's fine. Now that noise said CIFA was going off, but I don't think the CIFA light was on, was it? We have got a 1000 hertz magnet. It's just warning me to stay slower. Not this slow though, because the train's not giving me power. That train, come on, give me juice. Penalty stop. Because I was so busy looking at the brakes then that wondering what was going on and why it wasn't giving me power. But we had a red signal up there. Which we can crawl towards anyway, because hopefully it'll change soon. And hopefully the train will let me have power. Is it 0? Push all the PZB buttons. Yeah, it's coming down to 0. There we go. Just going to get a bit closer to the signal and I'll stop again. I have to wait here for that to clear. Join the railways, they said. It'd be fun, they said. High speed running all day, every day. Or not. Actually, you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm a dummy. Because that red signal's not actually for me. My signal's yellow. Because in Germany, the signals are on the right. So this should let me go. Come on. Yes, here we go. What a dummy. How long do you reckon I would have sat there if I hadn't figured that out? Monitoring on 1000 hertz. We have to stay under 40, so 30 will do fine. Not quite sure why PZB beeped back there, but it wanted attention. And 70 speed signs. Can't do 70 though, we're still in monitoring. Next signal is yellow. See if it's not lighting up anymore. Still yellow down the far end of the platform there. Next stop is Dresden Bischofsplatz. Yeah, that signal's not yellow actually, it's red. Come on, stop. Lovely. Oh, is people going to get in? Looks like it. few of them are anyway. Can't go anywhere yet though. Red signal again. Well, actually red signal for real this time. And then we just sit here now. Can have a look at the map and see what is holding us up. No, there's a train that's crossing us here. And there's another one over there. So that was, we're going to come down here and go onto that line. So that makes sense. I think that one's going to go under us though. So I think the one we're waiting for is this one that's coming towards us now. Waiting some more. I'd go out and hunt collectibles, but I just know that it'll change the second I'm not watching it. Let's have a look around anyway. Still pretty red. It's actually a nice lens. Quite like it. I'm gonna watch this one leave. And hopefully we'll be able to go soon. Still red. Go look at the bridge. Cool layout here. Can we go over here and see what's what? No, invisible walls. They do all this nice modelling of stuff, and you can't go and visit any of it unless you find a hole in the invisible wall, which you do occasionally. Let's just come back and see if this signal is still red. And yep, still red. Quite a turn there. He's going to do it too. Quite the turn. And that excavator looks like maybe it's fallen in a hole. No, it's just parked on a funny angle. How's our signal going? Yellow! Let's go! And we have to stay under 25, I think. And then we'll be going up to 60. So our 500 Hertz light's gone out, so we can go up to 45 as soon as the back of the train passes that signal. It shouldn't be very far. There we go, it's passing it now. So we can speed up a little. We're still under monitoring, the 70 and 85 flashing there, so we have to stay under 45. The CIFA light is definitely not coming on. At least it's making the noise still. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Almost as many bugs as the bunny. Soon we'll see Elmer Fudd and you go, "You seen that wascally wabbit? I'm hunting bugs." Can speed up now, but there's not a lot of point because we're coming into a station anyway. It's quite a nice station, this one, with the big canopy roof. Quite like it. And we have a yellow coming up as well. So they've done quite a lot of detailing in here. It's quite impressive the way they've built this. Nice arches. The lighting's quite nice. Something I've never tried to do. Can you fly down the stairs on the 8 cam? Oh, you can. Look at that. And then back up this one. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's get out of here. And a green light, but we are under monitoring, and our 500 and our 1000 are lit. So I think that means 25 at most. And come on, train, no power. Definitely 0 on the brakes. No power. Press PZB button, see if it makes any difference. Press C for it, see if it makes any difference. I'm not under monitoring anymore, if it'll let me move. Ah, it's going to. Yes, it is. Okay. And the 6 has gone out on that light as well. Now I have no idea what speed to do. So I'm just going to do 50. One of the things I have noticed in both this route and the Boston route is whatever problem was stopping them populating the routes with standing trains that are sometimes there and sometimes not, they have solved it. So there's an 80 speed sign there. Just take it up a little bit though, because we're ridiculously late anyway, who cares? See for the yapping dog. And we've got a yellow here. Acknowledge that and start braking so it doesn't stop me. Get down below 45 and we'll be right. Next stop, Dresden Mittens. Flashing green, so I will have to acknowledge that. C for at the same time, very handy. Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Ah, forget it. Next stop is Dresden HBF, which will be the last stop for this service. brakes coming off. They do make this gauge ridiculously hard to see, hiding in there behind the handle. And we're down to 0. We're under monitoring, so I have to stay under 45. Let's set it to... it's flat all the way in there, so let's set it to 40. Should be safe enough. Green flasher and 40 on this signal anyway, so let's come back down to 30 so we don't accidentally go over the 40. And acknowledge. Actually, I don't think it is the last stop because we've got Dresden Freiburger Straße, or Strabe. I am a cultural cretin and don't know how to pronounce German station names at all. See, he doesn't have to stay under 45, no. He just gets to cruise on in at whatever speed he wants. Not that it really matters. We're only 15 minutes late anyway. It's all good. No worries, boss. That next signal's flashing green. Lovely. Okay. Time to go. And we're back under monitoring, so maximum speed 40 k's. If it'll let us go at all. Love this train. It's so easy to drive. So enjoyable. Nothing ever goes wrong. What's it doing to me this time? Come on. Is it? Is it? Yes! It's going to move this time. Don't think I have to acknowledge that one, but I just thought I would. It was a solid green and it was letting me go up in speed, so... Dresden HBF, end of the road. This is quite challenging with all the adverse signalling. Lots of PZB action. Despite the bugs, I still recommend it, it's still fun. Yellow signal coming up. I'll be next streaming at 8:30 Sunday morning. I'm doing this Thursday night stream as a bit of an experiment, and I intend to do one each week. So one of the things I'm planning on focusing on, and I've started working through the things that I'd need to demonstrate, but I'm intending to do some streams which are more about driving trains in general, with train driving concepts rather than specific things about a game, because I realise let's try English, not everyone has had exposure to railways. I do actually operate on one as a second person on diesels and doing track inspections. Quite love doing that. Can't do it right now because we're locked in our houses. Acknowledge those magnets and stop. Made a little peep out of Sifa then just at the end. And we don't get to go anywhere now, but I'm not going to touch the train because this is a scenario and I know better than to fiddle with it because it'll make things not work. This is another fairly nice station. It's missing the advertising on the ends. There's normally ad boards up there if you look at various YouTube videos and things. So I'm sure that at some point a modder will sort that out. Let's see how we did. Any second now. Or not. There we go. Now, stayed under the speed limit everywhere. No disasters. Gold medal. I think a few of my stops probably weren't deserving of a gold medal. I think there were a few shitty ones in there, but that's okay. So I'm next streaming on Sunday morning, and I'll be showing off an assortment of the locomotives and routes in TSW2 that now work with Raildriver that did not before. So I've got a little bit of learning to do myself because I haven't driven some of them with the Raildriver at all. So as you can tell, the controls get a little weird sometimes. So that's okay. So if you like the stream, give it a thumbs up. Love it if you subscribed. I don't get anything out of this because I don't have anywhere enough subscribers, but it's fun and I just like to know that people are enjoying what they see. So thank you very much, and maybe I'll see you on Sunday, or maybe I'll see you next Thursday. I welcome any and all feedback. Feel free to comment on the video. Constructive criticism is welcome, especially if I've got something wrong. I stream every Sunday morning starting at 8:30 AM, and I also do ad hoc streams from time to time during the week. Please subscribe and click notify to avoid missing out. Subscribing helps me by helping me see what content is good and how it helps the channel grow, or doesn't, as the case may be.